Welcome back, you beautiful people, and today's your lucky day. This is the day I answer that question that I asked you when I was doing my bike storage in my garage. Should I make a basic workbench? Well, today I'm going to show you the super simple way on how to make this. Let's get cracking. Okay, before we get started, let's go through some essential tools that you're going to need. You're going to need something to cut all that wood with. Obviously, I've got a circular saw here, but if you're under the age, use one of those other saws and use eye protection. You want to get yourself a power drill. You can drill in all that, put in those screws. A level, just make sure everything's level. A right angle, just to get a straight edge. A pencil. A tape measure. A hammer. Anything that you need is just here. Oh, and some water. Don't forget water. Now let me run over some of the wood I've got. Like I said, I was going to use some reclaimed wood that I found laying around. So this is super old stuff. It just needs a bit of a brush off. But this is perfect thickness for a leg. I got some more reclaimed wood. There's some screws in it. This is old roofing timber. So this is super strong, super solid, and some old wood that was laying around in a building yard. This is going to be the top of my workbench, and I'll show you that later on. Got a few of those there. Right, let's get started. This is where I'm going to put the workbench, right here, because I haven't got electricity in this shed, and the closest I can get to the door, the better, because I can use natural light just to light up this area that I need to work at. So let's board this up first. Working on your own problems. Whoa, it's freaking dark in here, dude. It fits. That's complete. Now it's time to make this workbench. Now I've done my research online for the height, because that is pretty key on how high you want this workbench. Well, it all depends on how your height is. I'm 5'8"-ish, and the rough height that I'm going to go for is 32 inches high. Now I'm going to work in inches because it's super easy. We're going to basically make a triangle, just like that. Now the height we know is 32 inches high. Now the width of this thing is going to be 26 inches in width, but that all depends on the wood I've got here. The length of it. Now I don't want to have such a big one because I haven't got much room in there to mess around. I've got a small garage. So the length that I'm going to make it is 48 inches long, which is pretty good. It's enough to put stuff on and, you know, work on it. Let's get started. Let's work out the top and then work our way down. This is going to be the top of my table, and I want this to be super strong because you're going to be using this to hammer in stuff. You're going to be banging on this quite a lot. And I don't want to use flimsy bits of wood just like this one here, because this, you'll just puncture this. And if you're doing drilling on it, it doesn't matter if you drill into it, because you've got an inch thick timber. Now, I'm going to lay these out just like this. And that's roughly 24 inches wide. It's not wide enough. I want 26 because 26 is not dead. So I got another one here, but I'm saying that's too wide. So I'm going to cut this one to the right measurement just to match up with this one. Okay, so I've dealt with the top. I know what I need to do there. Now let's cut the legs first to the right height. Now, old timber, 32 inches high, 32. I don't have enough for two of these legs. That's what happens when you use old plain wood. You get mismatched stuff. But if you've got a budget and you don't want to spend too much money on your build, then making do with what you've got is good anyway. Perfect for legs. It's like nearly 3x3. Now I do have some more wood that I could use. Let's take a look. So I've got these bits here. They're full of screws and all that. So you want to get rid of all these screws, especially when you use reclaimed wood. Make sure you get rid of all your screws, because if you're using a power saw and you hit one of these nails, it's going to jolt your saw, it's going to break it, it's not going to be pretty. So I'm going to use 2 of these at 32 inches high for my legs, and 2 of the new ones out the bottom one there, out of that 3-inch stuff, at 32 inches high. Right, let's get making these legs. Right, 2 legs done. Now we've got our legs cut. Now we want to make this triangle bit. This one's not quite the same length. I got another piece of reclaimed in the garden, so I'm gonna go get that. Now, 48 inches, the length of the table. Cut that to size. Just want to make sure how much I need to cut off that. There you go. I want 26 inches in width, so that's 31 inches. It's quite a lot. 27.5 is, well, it's my wheel of choice at the moment, and 26 is not dead, but it's a shame to lose a bit of real estate. I'm gonna go 27.5 inches width, but 26 is not dead. It's still there. 27.5. Nice. There you go. Got rid of that horrible bit there. That's nasty. Okay, now we've cut the top, we've cut our legs, we know the length of the table. Now we want to make a triangle that is 27.5 inches in width, and length we want is 48 inches. And you're just gonna make a big triangle like that and screw it all together. I got this. Now I've used the reclaimed wood for the legs on the front. Now I've got this piece here that I'm gonna use for the front as well. So this is gonna be the fascia of my workbench, and then basically my worktop is gonna rest on top of this. Let's clean this up, cut this to length and see if it works. And look at that. This is 48 inches. Easy. I know I did cut this bit off, but it's still a good piece of solid timber. So I'm gonna use that on the back. So I bought this 2x1 bit of timber, and this is gonna box this section, and so I'm gonna use this on the sides. 27.5. There you go. Now, this is my fascia. That will be going there. This is the back. This will be going there, just to match up with that. The measurement we want to need is between here. So we need to box this in with this new piece of timber I've got right here. I need to measure this gap here, so I can cut this to the right length. Oh, this is gonna look so cool, man. 23.5 inches. I'm gonna cut 2 of them, one here, one there. I don't think I need to brace the center because this wood is super strong and thick. 32.5. 23.5. Measure twice, cut once. Key point. So now we've cut the tops, we've cut the legs, and we've cut the sides, and we've cut this middle bits to box this whole thing together. Now you can just go and screw that all together, but you want to make another one. So you want to make a small box down beneath as well. Look at that! It's my workbench. It's small, but it's gonna fit there perfectly. Now, you could just go and screw this together, but I'm gonna do some more cutting because I want to brace just these sides here. One there, one down there, and the other, it's just 4 sides. So we know all the sizes. Alright, that's the last of my bits of scrap wood, but I reckon I can use that to brace round about here. I only need one for the front. I just want to make it look as old as possible from the front and then keep all the new bits hidden at the back. 48 inches, I'm gonna cut this one too. This is gonna be the front one. Sweet, 48 inches. That is gonna go there. Nice. I'm gonna cut one more of them, but I can use that for the 2 sides, the 23.5. All right, let's do some more cutting. Cool, so I've cut 2 sides and 2, that one's gonna go on the rear, and then that one is gonna be on the front. And then that's done. I reckon now is to start screwing it together. Oh man, it's so easy to do. It's the quickest way I could think of to make it, and super cheap as well. And I just had stuff laying around in my garden, and then I went to a builder's site, just got some of this old reclaimed stuff. Right, let's start screwing together. Right, so use some scrap pieces of wood just to screw this all together so it's nice and solid, so I can turn it over and screw in the screws from the top, because you can't really, you don't want to screw in from this way. It's not clever. Done. Oh man. Workbench. This is the top. Now we're just going to screw them legs in, which is super easy to do. Now when it comes to the front, you can go like this way, but then obviously that's gonna, you can go this way, but it's gonna impede if you want to get anything in quite wide. Whereas if you go this way, it makes your entrance bit a little bit wider. Plus you're not going to get anything in the sides anyway, so try and make the front of your workbench as wide as possible so you can move stuff in if you put shelves under there. Now let's screw these together. Now this is where this level comes in play. I'll make sure everything is level, because it would be super embarrassing if it wasn't, would it? Bloody horrible. You always want to pilot hole your drills, because you don't want to get to this point and then split a piece of wood. So just drill a hole. Just drill it. That's going to stop that wood from splitting. This side's done, let's do the other side. You're one and only. Finished. We have a bench that can stand on its own. We just need to brace it a little bit more, because I don't think it's that structurally strong just yet. Yeah. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Don't like it. I've got this bit here. See that? I'm gonna put that there just to finish it off. I just need a brace with these bits now. Down the front, down the sides, out the back. And we've got a workbench to work on. Nice! Oh, this thing weighs a ton, so heavy. Okay, now, how far do you want these off the ground? Well, I suggest 6 inches from the bottom, from the floor, down. 6 inches. So that will be the bottom of that. So measure 6 inches on both legs. It's done. Right. It's even more heavier. Oh. Look at it. It's finished. I can't believe it. I'm gonna put a shelf underneath there for sure, because it needs a shelf. I might see if I can get it out of all of that bits of scrap behind me, and I think I got a few more little bits in my shed that could go on there. Then I just need that vise. But that bench looks insane. Let me put it in there and then I'll show you around. Okay, before I show you around, I'm gonna finish off this side bit here. So I'm gonna measure this up and I'm gonna put a little bit of a lip on it. So if any spanners or bolts or anything tends to roll, it's not going to roll off and I'm not going to lose it on the floor. So if I put a little lip here, about an inch high, that's going to give enough bit of lip so nothing can fall away down or off the table and I lose something very important. So I'm going to use this bit, plus it's also going to cover this up as well. So I'm going to measure that up. I'm going to put this on the side about an inch, about there, an inch high. So I'm going to measure that, inch it, put it there, cut it off, then I've got a nice little lip, and plus it finishes this off very nicely. I'm using every single bit of wood I've got because why not? I've got loads of little bits of scrap, I don't know what to do with it next. They're getting to a point where they're getting a bit too small. Look at that and that. Terrible. Let's cut this. 27.5 inches. I just had a funny thought. I'm already using my workbench. Right now, look at it. It's working. Job well done. Money well spent if you spent some money. And if you went and did some research and found some wood somewhere else to salvage, well done you. And well done you for getting this far and building this thing. So easy, so easy. Right, I'm gonna cut this, put that on, measure it up, make sure it's level, and then pretty much finished. Done. Side bits are on. Nothing's gonna fall off the sides. Now I think we should build the shelf, and then we're pretty much gonna wrap this thing up. Right, okay, so it's in there. This is where I want it. I've screwed it to the wall, so it's super sturdy. But before we get to the end and we put the cherry on the top, I'm gonna make this shelf on the bottom. I don't have enough big pieces of wood to put down there as a shelf, so I've got some spare ply that I'm just gonna cut up and put in there. So let's do that first before putting the cherry on the top. That is done. A little shelf under there, and I can store stuff like my camera bag. That can go under there. Done. Look at that. So good. Now I'm gonna tidy up and have a go. Super happy with what I've come up with. This workbench has come out a treat. Reclaimed wood, didn't spend that much money on, only a few bits and bobs that I needed to that I didn't really have. Got myself advice from my dad, thanks for donating this to me. I am so happy how this has come out with. I'm happy what this is all coming up with. My bike storage, my workbench. All I need to do is sort out my junk over there. So let me know in the comments down below if you want to see me organize all my nuts and bolts and all my junk. Let us know in the comments down below. Hopefully this has inspired you to get out there and get some reclaimed wood and make one of these for yourself. Maybe make one for your dad, or dads make one for your children. I was inspired by Seth Bike Hacks organizing Mr. Porter's garage because, oh man, I loved his video. Anyway, if you want to see another video of me doing a DIY wash station, click over there. And if you want to see how I organize my bike storage over there, just click down here. Don't forget to hit the globe to subscribe because you're missing out on some rad stuff. And if you want to see more of this, give us a thumbs up, like, and I'll see you at the next one. See ya!